Well, hello, beautiful, beautiful people. I hope you're all really well. Okay, so I'm just going to do a bit of a trial run on this new layout. So as you can see, we've got two circles here, so indicating two people or two situations where they connect through the seventh house. Who do we have here in this energy here, please, Spirit? Lovely. Oh, we've got an extraterrestrial. Interesting. We've got extraterrestrial. We've got like a UFO here. There are some mountains, there's some grass. This energy set at nighttime. This is something that's not widely known by others. I'll just read this energy here. Early Earth dweller, close encounter, off-worlder. Someone who's out of this world, or an energy is out of this world, a watcher or a guardian. And who is this energy over here? Thank you, Spirit. Religious devotion and industry. Ah, interesting. Where are we going? Okay, I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot for this one. Okay. This reading's pretty out there, I may say, so let's just see how it goes. Tell me about this extraterrestrial energy. We've got the Wheel of Fortune coming out, the Devil wanting to slip out there as well, but I won't accept that card because it didn't hit the map. I will just pull some information here though. With the Devil, it's talking about addictions or fears. I think fears in particular for this reading. Some type of fear or fears around expressing what someone has seen or knows with regards to outside of this world, outside of Earth. The Wheel of Fortune coming out in the second, third, and fourth house. So predominantly the second house, but it is sitting across these energies. We do have Gemini and Taurus sitting under here, so it doesn't have to be someone. You could be a Gemini or Taurus, or you could be dealing with someone who's a Gemini or Taurus. Regardless, if that energy doesn't fit, this is very much talking about someone who has a bit of money or they own quite a lot of nice things. This is also talking about the energy of sitting within the mind, within the thoughts. They also just gave me true clairaudience, so someone who's receiving messages from outside of this world. Okay. So the Wheel is talking about when things are on the upright, when energies are good, they're great. This energy is balanced within the dark and the light. This is like using the dark and the light to uplift oneself. Interesting enough, they're giving me the circles here and the UFO, so circle energy. They're showing me this type of energy, okay, where we've got all the crystals laid out here. So it's like vortexing, okay, swells, but uplifting. They're also giving me with positive and negative energy forces is where something's able to levitate or to raise up. There's something about rolling the dice, so taking a risk, taking a chance here. This is very out there, and I'm not sure whether I'm going to post this reading. Extraterrestrial, so, specifically speaking to those who have had UFO experiences. I haven't, okay? So I do find this reading quite interesting. They're also giving me some tingles happening down my body, okay? So we do have some spiritual energies coming in present for this reading. They are giving me the first, something about the first encounter, or something about the first beings on Earth. This is taking me back. By the way, this is a timeless message, okay? And this is a collective reading, but these specific energies are coming out. This is talking about extraterrestrials versus the religious devoter in industries. Wow. Because this card came out first, we're going to speak to this energy first, and then we'll pull some cards over here. The wheel also giving me straight away is karmic energies. They're giving me what we do receive in return. They're also talking about shining a light on the way humanity has grown, the growth of humanity. They're giving me the devil card again. They're talking, well, I'm getting a lot of tingles here. So they're talking about the dictations being contradicted by the negativity, by fears, by power struggles. They're speaking to this energy specifically. I am just going to sit this card central to here because it's sitting between the second and third house. It was kind of sitting in the fourth house as well. So this is talking about connections to home and family. There's a certain collective group that connect to extraterrestrials in the way that maybe something about, I'm getting star seeds. Something heavy about star seeds here. They're giving me hypnosis as well. So past subconscious, something about remembering. And there's a lot of emotional energies attached to that remembering. Some of you may have had some type of encounter on Friday or Wednesday. They're also giving me do not have any fear with that devil card on the bottom. Especially what I'm getting is that this is so out there, oh my goodness. What they're giving me is that we are in connection to them because of their creations. They're giving me something about they created us, but they also didn't want us to live in fear-mongering. Because there's something about that's not the purpose of all this. They're telling me that fear and free will and karma. They're giving me fear is preventing good karma. Avoiding things that are scary or someone is worried for. They're saying having that in the mind is bringing that to fruition. They're saying don't be scared. Don't fear. This is I'm sorry, this is so crazy for me. Okay. I have to honor my cards though. Now, they're bringing me back to this energy of see, there's mountains here, okay? So there's something about UFO lingering around mountains, high, tall structures. I don't want this reading to be too long. There's something about hiding or taking cover around high mountains. They're giving me the countryside as well, especially at nighttime with this card. We're going to start seeing more of them, more of this energy. They're also giving me information coming out from sources who have been studying them or connecting with them. I feel like we're going to start seeing a collective group of people, energies, entities, okay, coming out to speak to that energy. Whoa, this is... All right, so what else for the extraterrestrials here? Wow, if that is the Nine of Cups, that was already on the bottom of the deck before, so no, it's not. Okay. We've got the Page of Swords and the Four of Cups. Talking about things are being worked on. So there's something about a daily research being conducted. I wanted to say daily, but they're saying 24/7. Whether they're surveilling us and vice versa, we've got a collective group who are connecting and surveilling them. This civilization, this energy, is so much more advanced than we are, than we ever will be. They're also telling me not to worry because in some ways they are the creator of our worlds. Now, this is so bizarre. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't know how this is going to go. All right. This is what I'm channeling here. Okay. So the Page of Swords specifically sitting in the 6th and the 8th house. The tips of this card here. So 6, 8, and then this edge is pointing towards 12. Something about July, but we're talking about things on the daily. Something about fitness levels or health levels are being improved, okay? But it's not through the way that we have managed it in the past to current date. So there's something about healing being conducted differently through the mind rather than through taking supplementary sources. That's what's changing. There's a change in transformation there. Also, what fears we have around life and death, okay, unaliving. There's been a lot of fears being built up around that particular concept. The energy emerging after this reading, and they're saying, I have to release this. Oh my gosh. Okay. They're telling me this is my own struggle. Okay. So they're giving me first partner. Now, I'm not sure how this energy is deemed. Now, they're giving me some energies, some human beings in the mind connect the source to extraterrestrials. Whoa. And to be honest, look, I don't know much about religion because I just wasn't raised that way, okay? I was raised to live and learn from the country that we live on that raised me. So I'm only speaking to my surroundings and what I see, what I feel, and what I come to know. They're giving me here, because this was originally in the nighttime, this is daytime now. So whether we are studying them or they are making themselves known through the daytime, they're also giving me too, these light bulbs are connecting into a human force. So they're giving me those particular energies, human being, the essence of a human, those who choose to give life up, in essence. They're saying that that avatar is being supplemented by this energy. That's particularly speaking to people who have done a 360. They're giving me people who have struggled with being inside their avatar. There's been something that person has gone through where they've done a complete 360, so they're fine now. It's because that energy's come through to that avatar. Now they're connecting and working with those particular energies. 4, connecting back to the foundations, home and family. But this is kind of pointing towards December. So something about December with number 4. So 4th of the 12th or 12th of the 4th. What I'm seeing here with these two cards is that this is humanity currently sleeping while awake. When information or knowledge is passed through these avatars, through these bodies, it's saying we will be awoken by knowledge. They're giving me energies like human beings who are being awoken to the knowledge. So they're imparting knowledge to certain, I just heard chosen ones, which is interesting. Okay, so if you relate to the terminology of chosen ones, that knowledge is being imparted onto the chosen ones. I did not expect this reading. I'm just I'm just sorry. I'm just in a bit of shock at the moment. So I didn't. Okay. All right. See how this magical energy is coming into the cup? So there's something about connecting through emotions is where the intelligence comes from. Clear empathy. Okay, specifically in the fourth house, clear empathy is developed through the feelings and working through the shifts and changes of feelings. So understanding what's your energy and what's someone else's energy. So I've said in my past readings, connecting in with yourself each day before you step out into the world. This is how you're reading through energy shifts. One more card and we'll jump over to here. 9 of Wands. Now, those who are being imparted with this energy, they are being protected. They are also in somewhat or some way defending the knowledge that they have. So they're not just going to impart this to anyone, okay? And they're also not going to be subjected to control. I'm saying the chosen ones are protected completely. So this energy is sitting in the 12th house. Now, the 12th house is giving me intuition and dreams, spiritual healing. This is that psychic energy there, especially those who feel that they're deeply creative, okay? These are the creators of our collective group of humanity. The energies who are innovating, coming up with new things. There's something about past lives here. And what has had to happen is this energy here, the chosen ones being protected, is that they've had to work through past life. It's like when they've been incarnated into this lifetime, they've had to go through deep spiritual healing to acquire the knowledge that they needed to know and to uncover the hidden enemies in order to pay karma back to those who have caused harm. So I'm speaking to the chosen ones who have had to be the karmic force, and I'm not saying they're karmic, but they've had to be the karmic force to the karmics. So any of those karmic energies who have dealt with you, they felt the full brunt of the karmic energy because of the interactions with you, is what they're giving me. I just want to speak through this energy. I'm feeling my stomach on the inside it feels nervous, it feels rattled. And usually when I experience some type of anxious feelings, it's usually in my chest, but this is in my stomach. So this is deeply down and rooted within. So I feel like I'm awakening those energies who are coming up to do what they came here to do in this incarnation. One more card and we'll jump over here. So the psychic chosen ones. Now this is external energy. I know I didn't read it for that there. So they're just showing me because these two cards were face down. They're studying us and they're imparting knowledge on us. This energy here, sitting on Friday, April, between the first and the second house, the Queen of Cups. This is someone who's an empath. So that's come up twice now through the Four of Cups. This card sitting in the 4th house and now the Queen of Cups. This energy here, confirmation, is speaking to those who are royal and not in the traditional form that we know of. The 1st and 2nd house, so people who are clear empaths, okay, clear feeling, reading through the emotions. They know what's theirs and they know what's not, and they're translating what energy is not theirs for others to learn about or to teach themselves for very specific reasons they're giving me. So the crown above, the crown chakra, okay, but this crown in this picture is blue. So these people or energies, these chosen ones, are being imparted with the knowledge through the crown, through higher consciousness, through enlightenment, through very specific individualized spiritual paths. They're giving me awakenings, feeling the symptoms of spiritual awakenings. Not to worry, because it's like the chosen ones are surrendering to the knowledge. So they're feeling that knowledge awakens them deeply. And there's something very profound about that information that they're getting ready to surrender to in order to express through the throat chakra. There's some truth coming out through the chosen ones. Now, the first and second house with the chosen ones who are empaths, talking about others may see you going through a physical appearance shift. Whether you see that yourself, but others are actually connecting to you in a way that they see you much different than they ever did before. They're also seeing you speak about things that they never thought that you knew. Speaking about things that I'm getting shocks here, all right, because there's something that these chosen ones are feeling deeply that they have to impart. But they're only sharing a certain amount of knowledge that I feel like connecting with, that they're meant to impart. And the other knowledge that is left unsaid will come later. Because it's about understanding in the right timing, because there's only so much for humanity to understand. They're giving me too much information is overloading, which will cause the shock. Okay, so it has to happen gradually. So I'm going to come over here. We've got religious devotion. What I'm also getting here, because I also flip religion into spirituality, because for me, I believe it to be the same thing. But they're saying here religious devotion and industry. So we've got these words. Okay. So we've got extremist, evangelical, reverent, and mystical. And with industry here, we've got money handler, local artisan, international merchant, and manufacturer. I'm getting different energies to what I was initially. So this is the energy they're imparting on the chosen ones. Over here is the transformation and the shift that the rest of humanity will see. So this is the deep connection through extraterrestrial energies. And for those of you who are connecting with extraterrestrials as the creator. Now that's very interesting. All right, let's see what energy is coming over here. And I'll just shift my microphone over a little bit so you can still hear me. Now they're working in partnership with those who are deeply connected to the environment, because we've got this devotion to growth, devotion to having an open heart. And it's happening in ways that are unconventional to what we've seen before. We're also going to start seeing some changes in industries, okay, specifically within the religious or spiritual, mystical industries, okay? All right, so tell me about this energy. So Seven of Pentacles, particularly sitting up with Libra and Virgo energy, something about November here. Now, this is sitting outside of the two, but it's part of connecting these together. I feel like we're going to start seeing changes and shifts happening in November, but we're talking about Libra and Virgo here. So whether you connect to being with a Libra or a Virgo, or you're dealing with a Libra or a Virgo. But these energies are very much talking about work and health, fitness, how we're going to see the daily routines restructured. They're connecting also to pets. watching the animals, reading from the animals. They're also giving me here plant magic, okay, so natural herbs, herbalizing. So they're saying green magic there. So that's particularly for that Virgo energy, is that earth element, the earth healing, the earth providing. With this Libra energy, it's talking about the air. So something about air being cleansed and communicated. So this energy here, I'm seeing a speak to growth. So this is someone who speaks to, gives or provides blessings to nourish. So speaking over someone or something in order for it to grow. Okay, so this is also summoning growth in the best, beautiful way. Now, number 7 here, so 7 in on the 7th zodiac sign. So that's heavy on the connection to the land, connection to growth, connection here. We've got plants in both these energies. The fundamental form of our existence is the earth. I feel like we're waking up to that and realizing that earth will continue without us. Humanity is self-destructing itself out of existence. So there's something about that energy there needs to be focused on, reclaimed, okay? Looking at the way things have been will not continue to happen in the way that we've known them. This magical energy being brought up here. So I do feel like being taught how to impart with that knowledge, how to use that knowledge to summon beautiful growth, to summon the best way possible, okay? Because it's like they're giving me that fear card again with the devil, you know, denying one growth. And I'm not talking about the devil, I'm talking about denying the growth of things that happen and occur naturally. In some instances, you know, we are being the devil by denying the growth of our natural environment. So that's what they're giving me there. All right, so what else for this energy, Spirit? A lot of energy is sort of sitting over this side, right? This is the centerpiece sitting over the central crystal. And they're also giving me, okay, so circles are the theme of this reading. Ace of Pentacles. This is something new coming to fruition. When we talk about pentacles, that's earth energy again. So we're actually being able to see and to touch it, being able to see it physically manifest right before our eyes. This new opportunity, and it's specifically saying to knowledge, okay? Once again, the 7th house, 777, okay? So that's a lot of spiritual wisdom, introspection for the future. What else for here, Spirit? Lots of energies coming this way. I feel like there's a change and shift on how religion is being, they just gave me conquered for some reason. And when I feel like religion and the Hierophants come out here, so that's, you know, religion for me means rituals. What we do in routine is a ritual, okay? So if you're building your beliefs into your routines, that is a ritual, okay? The Hierophant, number 5 and number 12. Okay, so 5 energy is talking about creativity, leadership, creative projects that lead to better places, improvement. But there's also what's happening at the moment is that there is some type of confusion with regards to how that's going to move forward. And that happens through developing the new creations on its own. Seeing that creation come into fruition, how it's being fulfilled. Is it bringing in the goodness that those who come in contact with it? Is it revolutionizing things for the better? Because 5 also deals with change. It's talking about communication in a creative way to express oneself, but not bringing it back to oneself, because it's talking about collective consciousness, and that's how these energies tap in. This reading has blown my mind. Okay, so they're wanting me to elaborate a bit more on the Hierophant. So this is someone who's a spiritual leader. It could also be a business that has a spiritual following. Someone who's very mystical and magical in nature. There's something about being held in suspense. Something about things coming at the right time in order for the way forward to be paved. A lot of cards aren't falling within this energy because they're saying it's still a new concept. It's still being like it hasn't been released by those energies who have been studying them. This is still all in the midst. All right, I am going to pull one over here because we're getting artists. So I feel like this is connecting into these cards here. People, or the chosen ones, who are connecting through emotions to create, who have visions for change in the future. And when these creations come about, people are going to be amazed. They're going to be like, what? How does this work? How do I understand it? But it's mind-blowing, okay? They're giving me the concept of being mind-blown, okay? Whoa. All right. This energy, without it hitting the ground, it's saying letting go of manipulation, especially with regards to negative manipulation. We're talking about making creations for positive change. And the Ten of Swords in this deck means that the swords aren't in anyone's back anymore. This means it being healed. They're giving me here, anyone who uses, rituals, negative words over others, that's being changed here because the Black Crows, whether it's talking about black magic or protection, those who have been incorrectly or wrongly, what's the word they're giving me? Like, those who've been incorrectly judged, incorrectly. They're giving me personified, okay? And I'm still working out how this fits. So those who've been personified to be evil, they're talking about something that's being a perfect example of that. But we're on the other side of that, those who've been pointed out as being evil are those who have projected evil onto those. So it's because the change is so bizarre, it's that it's unwelcomed because it wasn't created by the person who's pointing. Okay, one more. Six of Wands. They're giving me fame, those who have the stage. Two messages here with this card. Those who have held the stage in the past, that is changing now. The person or image that we see taking on the stage is changing because this person, this energy is sitting to the crowd, but from our point of view, we see their backside. So we don't really know who this is. But they're speaking to feminine energies, those who had platforms of creation, have platforms of creation. We're seeing a shift and a change on who's taking the market forward now. Okay, because we've got devotion to industry with regards to routine. So I'm trying to interchange the word religious because it just, routine, ritual is what religion is to me. Each of them serve their own purpose. But what I'm getting here with fame, okay, stardom, once again. Star seeds. We're seeing a transformation and change, and those who are ready, who have accepted the call, will take up the stage. They're also giving me past lives with this energy here. So what's the past life? Queen of Pentacles. The chosen ones in the past life were abundant. sufficiently on their own. And they're saying that those chosen ones are coming back to reclaim those abundance and to correct the creations in a way that we've never seen before. This energy is sitting over Pisces. So again, whether you're a Pisces, have that heavily placed in your chart, or dealing with a Pisces, this energy is talking about psychic energies. So Pisces, or the 12th house, is where the most psychic energy comes from. Among other houses, there are different forms of psychicness, but that is the energy there. So in this current lifetime, the chosen ones have been imparted with particular psychic energies, okay? Because they've been given that data download, okay, to help humanity. Oh, this is such a heavy reading. Being released from what has held us down, held us back, connected to negative forces. We've got the owl here for knowledge. So the owl knows all. They're giving me the owl is aware of the good, the day, right? The dark, the night. Okay, so all of around, which is giving me this wheel. Everything cycles with the vortex here. Those have been personified as evil in the past. Like I'm saying, those who aren't evil have been cursed by others as being evil because others cannot see what it is within them. Okay, they are scared. Okay, and that's why they point others out, because they are different. And let me tell you, they are meant to be different. We're not meant to be the same at all. Individuality. Any judgment placed over those, or anyone who's been stalked by others, you're being released from that energy. And I'm speaking to the chosen ones here, because that's who they're working with. I've just seen hands do this. Close it out, close it out. All right, so I'm going to close out the reading here. Those chosen ones, that release of judgment, are being removed, okay? And those who've been watching over you can no longer watch you anymore. So there's something about they can't get access to you, or they can only watch you from afar. They can't see what you're doing internally. So you're being released from any negative forces that have placed ill will against you, against your existence. You're being moved to a better place where maybe physically, emotionally, or spiritually, in the mind, you're being moved to somewhere where you connect to your heart space better, where you're supposed to be. I am going to close that reading out there. This was a very crazy reading for me. I have to release it because they're asking me to. Okay. All right. Thank you, wonderful beings. I will see you in the next reading. Bye.